Hi, I'm just going to tell you a story about a black cardigan. Well, it was my favourite black cardigan, and actually, I can't even remember where I bought it from, but it was the perfect weight for summer and also for winter, and it went down just below my hips. It was lightweight, easy to travel with, and I used to take it with me most places. And I decided I was going to take it with me on my trip to India because I knew it was going to be hot in India, but it was cooler here in New Zealand when I was leaving, and I knew that when I got back it was going to be cooler. So I thought, right, perfect weight, perfect little cardigan to take with me. And anyway, I went off on my trip and went to Melbourne, and we stayed one night in Melbourne with and caught up with a friend. The next day, getting to the airport and taking the flight to India, I left this little cardigan in my friend's car. No worries. Found out she had it. All cool. Anyway, on the trip round India, every so often I'd go, oh, I just want my little cardigan. Oh, remember, it's with your friend. Cool. Anyway, returning to New Zealand, suddenly coming back in, it was cooler, and I went, oh, I'm just missing my little black cardigan. Ah, reminder, it's with my friend. She's going to send it to me. Wow, great. Okay, I get back home and my friend sends the cardigan via courier post. Unfortunately, she put 11 and not 1 on the address, and it went to a neighbour. Well, it took me a week to check and find out what was going on, and anyway, I found out it had been delivered to these people. So I go and knock on their door. Oh yes, the parcel was here. Haven't got the foggiest clue where it's gone. They have lost my little black cardigan. Now, the moral of this story isn't about a little black cardigan, but what I realised is, wow, what an attachment I had to this little black cardigan. And it upset me that I'd lost my little black cardigan, and the fact that they hadn't even got the foggiest clue what they had done with my little black cardigan. And they didn't care. It didn't matter to them. They had no attachment to it. And this is what the conversation is really about. Attachment, non-attachment, and detachment. I realised I had an attachment to my little black cardigan. And that isn't healthy, because that stirred up emotions in me. I was, oh, where is it? I was stressing at some point where I'd left it. What had I done with it? Then the memory. Oh, I'd left it with my friend. Okay. But then when it was delivered to somebody else and they had lost my favourite little black cardigan, I was upset. So I had an attachment. Now, that isn't healthy to have an attachment, because it will keep me stuck. It will stir up emotions in me. It will make me have feelings that aren't really positive. Now, I could also be completely detached. I don't care. But that isn't healthy either, because then I'm shutting off emotions if I'm detached. And then there's the non-attachment. I'm not attached to the outcome, and I'm not completely emotionally detached, but I don't have any fixed idea or outcome of how it's going to be. I'm accepting of the circumstances. And I kept thinking, why is this happening about my beautiful little black cardigan? And there's a lesson in it for me, and it's about attachment. Now, where in your life are you attached to a relationship, a thing, a person, a way something has to be? Do the dishes, you're attached to the fact of how the dishwasher has to be loaded, or are you attached to how people speak to you? And when we get attachments to something, we get really deep emotional responses to it. So if you become aware of things that you are attached to, and then slowly release that attachment so you don't have any attachment. It's not that you're detaching, it's non-attachment. And there's a subtle difference between the two. So I would ask you to question, where in your life are you attached to how things have to be? Attached, like me, to a piece of clothing. How silly is that? But it was a realization and letting it go. So I hope this little lesson about my little black cardigan has been of help to you today. Bye.